Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's start with the first story. It's called Don't Stop for Birds. Many years ago, when I was 15, I was enrolled in a driver's education course to get my learner's permit. Part of the course involved riding with the instructor and two other students, taking turns between driving and observing. One Saturday morning, I was the first up to drive. As I was pulling out of the school parking lot, a dozen small sparrows flew right in front of the windshield. I lightly tapped the brakes as they passed, and the instructor immediately ordered me to pull over. He always had us pull over before giving feedback. This time, he sternly told me, "We don't stop for birds." I tried to explain that I hadn't stopped, just tapped the brakes lightly, because they were so close to the windshield. But he reiterated firmly, "We don't stop for birds." About 30 minutes later, we were driving in a rural area, a little over 100 miles west of San Antonio, Texas. The speed limit was 70 miles per hour, and my cruise control was set to match. We were in a small car with a 3-cylinder engine that was struggling to keep up with the speed. As we crested a hill, a group of wild turkeys appeared, slowly crossing the road ahead. Remembering the instructor's orders not to stop for birds, I held my course and didn't slow down. The instructor suddenly hit the brake on his side of the car, stopping us abruptly. He shouted for me to pull over, got out of the car, and started reprimanding me for not slowing down for the turkeys. Keeping a straight face, I replied, "Sir, you told me not to stop for birds." He paused, flustered, and then stammered, "You know what I meant." He ordered me to switch places with a girl in the backseat. That was the end of my driving for the day. Thankfully, this was my only major incident, so I still passed the course and got my learner's permit. The next story is called No Drinking. I work part-time as a waiter at a restaurant, usually covering 2 or 3 shifts a week, either from 9 AM to 5 PM or 4 PM until closing. A few nights ago, we had an extremely busy event, with 2 large tables of over 20 guests each, plus several walk-ins. To make things more challenging, we were very understaffed, because a lot of the team had taken the evening off for some reason. As one of the most experienced waiters there, having worked at the restaurant since I was 15, I was tasked with managing one of the large tables. I'm 17 now, so I've had my fair share of hectic shifts. Apart from me, the only other senior staff member present was the manager. While handling orders, I took a quick moment to sip from my water bottle, which I had filled at the start of my shift. My manager noticed and said, "You are not allowed to drink during your shift. It's too busy. Put it down." I was a bit surprised, but followed the instruction and set my water aside. The next day, during my 9 to 5 shift, I didn't bring my water bottle at all. Then during the following shift, my supervisor noticed I wasn't drinking anything and asked why. I explained, "Oh, the manager told me I wasn't allowed to drink during my shift, so I figured there's no point in bringing a bottle anymore." My supervisor looked shocked and said, "That's not right. You are absolutely allowed to have water at work. It's a basic human right. I'll bring this up with HR." Later, I received a message from my manager, apologizing for the mistake and admitting he was wrong. My supervisor also texted me, explaining that he had raised the issue during a meeting with the entire management team and the owner of the restaurant. Apparently, the manager had been giving questionable advice to the staff for a while, and the owner wasn't pleased about it. I hope the manager learned his lesson. The last story is called Free Hands. Right after dinner, my 3-year-old asked to play video games. We've recently started introducing him to games, and he already loves Sonic. Since he had behaved so well throughout the day, we decided it was fair to let him play for a little while. However, we told him he needed to brush his teeth first. As you'd expect from a determined toddler, He immediately protested and asked if he could brush his teeth while playing. We explained that he needed to finish brushing before playing, and after a quick back and forth, the following hilarious exchange happened. My wife said, "But how would that even work? You don't have enough hands to hold the controller and the toothbrush at the same time." Him, with the logic and confidence only a 3-year-old can have. "Yes, I do." "No, you don't. You have 2 hands. You need 2 hands for the controller and another one for the toothbrush." "I have 3 hands." "No, you don't." "Yes, I do." "You know what? If you can show me you have 3 hands, I'll let you play and brush your teeth at the same time." "Okay." He immediately hopped off the couch, went over to the dining table and grabbed one of those sticky hand toys he got for Halloween. He brought it back proudly and said, "See, now I have 3 hands." It was almost impossible not to burst out laughing, especially seeing the proud smirk on his face. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.